Time for a swim? Best wishes. Time for a swim? Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Very well. Well. Of course. Gotta cool off. All right. Sweet dreams. Let's go. Spring is sprung.
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Camilla Emblem clear video in Fire Emblem Heroes, and today we'll be taking on Elincia and Nephenee in their very own bound hero battle on Infernal difficulty. So this map is actually pretty straightforward. The enemy forces are here, there's no reinforcements, not much in the way of sneakiness except for some potential flyer formation shenanigans. The real obstacle, I think, depending on your team composition, is going to be the map. It starts you off in a corner of the map where you're surrounded by walls, shrubs, trenches, and sort of a cliffside. So it funnels you up through this, between these two walls, and kind of hinders your movement ability if you're using cavalry and if you're using infantry. Obviously, we're using flyers, so we don't have any of those issues. Once again, flyers are really an answer to a lot of the obstacles that are on this map, and from that perspective, it makes it a lot easier for us to engage and kind of shuffle out safely. And that's what we're going to do. So let's take a look at the enemy troops. So Nephenee has her new weapon, her Dauntless Lance, which gives her effective damage against armored foes, which is a great upgrade for her, but doesn't really come into play against us, unfortunately for her. Of course, it also has the -1 special cooldown as well. But she has a 0-turn cooldown on turn 1 or turn 0 anyway, so it doesn't even come into play. She just has her moonbow at the ready whenever she initiates on you. She does have Wrath, as well as Close Guard 3, which will be able to buff the surrounding unit's defenses around her. Since she has some pretty considerable defense, she has effective damage against armors. I think the idea is that she would initiate, or be one of the first to initiate on your team, and take some damage, and then Wings of Mercy would come into play with this blue flyer that's over here. This blue flyer, she has Wings of Mercy. She also has Attack Res Bond 3, so that when she swoops in, she would get that bonus. Blar Owl, again, getting bonuses by being nearby or adjacent to other units. So I think that's kind of the combination that they were going for on this map. This Green Thief has Barb Shuriken. It's a great Shuriken. Again, accelerated cooldown with Iceberg as the special. Poison Strike for the B slot, and Spur, Speed, and Res 2. We have Elincia here. She does come with flyer formation, so that is something to be mindful of. There are some flyer units on the opposing team where Elincia could take advantage of flyer formation. She also comes with Ardent Sacrifice. Her Amidi, her legendary weapon, obviously has a built-in Brave effect, and she comes with Speed Tactic 3. We also have this Axe Flyer down here with Dragback, or rather Hit and Run, I should say, with Wogoon, which is basically a Wodow effect, but on an Axe user. And we have the Bow Cavalier off to the side, has increased range, but has to funnel through the shrubbery that's kind of strewn about. Comes with Slaying Bow. Again, name of the game for this map is going to be Accelerated Special Charges. Everybody has a lower special charge. Moonbow, Fury 3, Bowbreaker, and Hone Attack 3. I guess it's also worth mentioning that that Elincia also has her special on a 0-turn cooldown, but she only has Soul as her special, so she's not actually going to do any additional damage on turn 1, which is kind of odd. So that is the enemy configuration. Not too surprising, no wrenches kind of thrown in. It's pretty straightforward. There are a couple of points of entry that you can use to engage on the enemy. They won't approach you. You have to bait them in. So on turn 1, they're not going to move. You can configure yourself however you need to in order to engage them. But I think basically the easiest points to engage are probably on the left-hand side against the Bow Cavalier, against the Axe Flyer, or against Nephenee herself. And for the purposes of our team, we're going to use Nephenee as the entry point for the enemy configuration. So we'll take a quick look at the team. Vanilla Camilla everybody has kind of their standard kit. Vanilla Camilla has Camilla's Axe, Reposition, Draconic Aura, Distant Counter for the A slot, Renewal for the B slot, Hone Flyers for the C slot, and Brazen Attack Res 3 for that seal. She is merged at +10. There we go. Merged at +10. She is the only merged unit on this team as of right now. She is plus speed minus HP. We've got New Year's Camilla here with a Slaying Edge, Heavy Blade, Gale Force build, Heavy Blade for the seal, Gale Force for the special, Reposition, Death Blow to help get the damage threshold or the attack threshold to activate Heavy Blade, Desperation for the B slot, and Goad Flyers for the C slot. We have Summer Camilla, Sketchy Summer Camilla with a Blarblade Fury Desperation build, Reposition for the assist, Draconic Aura for the special. We have Goad Flyers for the C slot and Flyer Formation for the seal. And lastly, we have Spring Camilla with a Gronraven Triangle Adept build, Reposition for the assist, Draconic Aura, Vantage for the B slot, Goad Flyers for the C slot, and Distant Defense 3 for the seal. So again, the standard builds that I usually run when going in blind on a map. Like I said, this map isn't terribly difficult. I cleared it for the first time just playing around with it, so there aren't too many surprises here, but I'll show you just kind of what we did and the thought process that went into it. Like I said, we're going to be initiating on Nephenee first, and we're just going to configure ourselves in such a way that we can get all of the buffs that we need onto Spring Camilla so that she doubles Nephenee on turn 1. Or I guess it's not turn 1 anymore, it's turn 2. So now she has the Hone Flyers buff, and she's getting both Goads as she initiates on Nephenee. That gives her all of the damage she needs to one-shot Nephenee. So we'll do that. We'll reposition with Vanilla Camilla, and Vanilla Camilla is still in enemy range. She'll be tanking a bunch of hits, doubling this Thief and taking him out. And that's not an issue at all. So most of the units have opted to come down on the left-hand side, and we're going to use that to our advantage. So we'll initiate on Elincia with Summer Camilla, just be able to take her out very quickly. And then we will use Vanilla Camilla to eliminate the Bow Cavalier. And now we're going to use Spring Camilla to eliminate the Axe Flyer. She does need just a little bit more damage, so we're going to move New Year's Camilla down. That actually puts her safely out of the range of the blue flyer up here, and also gives a goad to Spring Camilla, so that she can take out the Axe Flyer on this phase. And that just leaves this blue flyer, who will initiate on Summer Camilla and get double back and killed for her troubles. So that's it. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, easy peasy. Not a huge challenge, especially if you're running a flyer team. Makes pretty short work of the map. So let me know in the comments below what strategies and teams you ended up using to clear this Bound Hero battle on Infernal difficulty. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the clear and the explanation. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you so much for watching, we really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those skies.